The Most High is my rock. I keep my Bible on top. The Most High is my rock. No time for cupcake and the cutling. Hit the streets and start cutting. The Israelites are bubbling. The Israelites are coming. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You can keep the stuffing. It's pagan. This side piece. Come in this truth plan and treat you like a side piece. He's the God of mercy and wrath. So do you want to fly or do you keep the Bible on cop? The Most High is my rock.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
Welcome to the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. We're located at 8524 South Braeswood Boulevard, Nice, Houston, Texas, 77071. Our class times are Monday and Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and Shabbat morning class from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then we go hit these streets. We have another location out in Virginia. Their location is 2610 Granby Street, Norfolk, Virginia, 23517. Their class times are Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have another location out in San Antonio, Texas. They've been there for a good time. Their address is 4444 Waltham Road, Suite 201, San Antonio, Texas, 78218. We're working on another location out in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so please stay tuned for that. We have the blog talk with the brother, hosted by the brother Mashaba, Priest Mashaba. You can find that at blogtalk.com/Mashaba. And that's Sunday through Friday?
Sunday through Tuesday.
Sunday through Tuesday. 3 days?
Nah, Tuesday through Sunday.
Tuesday through Sunday.
I guess is the correct way to say it, yeah.
Tuesday through Sunday. So, very good blog talk episodes. Lots of teachers, very good subject matter. So, if you got time during your morning commute, or if you got an office, you can listen to something while you're working, something to keep your mind engaged in the scriptures. We ask that you would like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you're not already. And then those of you that have not, if you would like, share, and subscribe to the VA channel. We need to get the views up for that one. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can go live, so they can do their street speaking live, whether they're answering questions for someone on the street or doing flyers. But we need to get the subscriptions up. We also have 5 Minutes of Wisdom, Houston Media Corp, and a few other YouTube channels. So please check them out, like, share, and subscribe. Israelware. Israelware is introducing fringed up subscriptions. And with the fringed up subscription, you can get a fringed t-shirt. You'll sign up for a monthly subscription, and every month you'll get a new shirt for $35. It's just a monthly subscription. So every month you'll just keep getting new shirts. It's an easy way to get your fringe game up and not have to be like directly focused on, oh, I gotta look for some fringe shirts, or I gotta look for some shirts to get fringed up. So they're gonna come fringed up monthly. So it's a good way to get that going. Also, you can get a headband, a fringe shirt and a headband for $75 a month. So check that out at www.isbhpk.com/fringed up. We do have the Hebrew Academy. For those of you that are in Houston, please come join us at the school on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the Hebrew Academy. We go through different breakdowns, get brothers fluent in going over breakdowns and answering questions for people. If you are abroad in other states, we set up the Zoom, and you can just tune in through that way and still be a part of class. If you need to reach a priest or a teacher, you can reach Priest Kazakia at 757-300-4047, or Priest Quatazat at 303-557-8979. Please only text only during class. We have a business that also helps support the school. It's called Sweet Ambiance. So check us out online. You can get a monthly subscription for that, where you get an oil, candle, bath salt, you know, you get a few different things for things like $25. Very good product. I mean, when you get these oils, if you haven't used oils before, it changes your life. Your smell good game, it just goes from average to far above average to what do you call excellency. You get stepped up to excellency. You go from being a prince to being a king. So yeah, get your or a princess to being the queen. So get your subscription up. Check out the oils. We got male fragrances, female fragrances. When you put the oils on, it gets into the pores of your skin. And what happens is instead of when you sweat and you start to get funky, instead of you getting funky, you just start smelling better. Check it out online. Lots of good products. If you want to make any donations, you can drop that into the Wells Fargo account. That should be there on the screen. Or if you want to mail anything, or you can send it through the Zelle. Or if you want to mail anything to the school, which would be what we're in need of are notebooks, pens, highlighters, desks, apocryphers, Bibles, dictionaries. It would be great to have a school vehicle, a camp van, and we're also still looking for another location. So if you know any realtors that would be willing to work with us and help us out, we're all for it. Any help that you can provide. You can hit Kwatazapa at his number, 303-557-8979 for a good address to send those items, because we're not here at the school 24/7. So if it gets sent to the school, we might not receive it. It might get sent back. So to avoid all that confusion, just hit Kwatazapa and he'll give you a good address where to mail it to. And that's it for the announcements.
Con, so we got a really dope class for today. A very dope class for today. We got ready to go, and this class is titled "Battling or Overcoming Addiction," right? So, I mean, when you look at something that's plaguing our nation right now as a people, is that we're addicted to a lot of BS. What does the scripture say we're supposed to be addicted to?
Holy Scriptures.
Holy Scriptures. We're supposed to be addicted to the ministry of the Most High. But when you look at what's going on right now with our people, is there's a lot of different things that we were addicted to. Like even brothers and sisters now that's in the truth, we were addicted to things before we came into the truth, and then being in the truth, you know, one of the battles that we had to overcome was overcoming these addictions, whether it was sex, porn, cigarettes, weed, alcoholic, drugs, you know, excessive gambling, excessive
Eating disorders.
excessive eating. You know, it's so much that we had to overcome, that the world taught you was okay, that the world told you was cool. And for a lot of us, you know, it started in high school. For some of us, it started in middle school, where you started getting introduced to many different things. And for some, it's elementary. Sure, unfortunately, for some, it's from the womb, because their mom, you know, unfortunately, their parents is on drugs. Their mom was probably using drugs while they were pregnant, right? So let's start here, man. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 12, verse 8. So again, this class is titled Overcoming Addiction, right? Man, it's one scripture I'm looking for, man.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 8.
Go ahead.
A man shall be commended according to his wisdom.
So the scripture says a man is going to be commended according to his what?
A man shall be commended according to his wisdom.
Now let me ask y'all something. Is it wisdom to smoke cigarettes?
Nah.
Is it wisdom to do drugs?
Nah.
Is it wisdom to be an alcoholic?
Nah.
Is it wisdom to be an excessive gambler?
Nah.
Is it wisdom to be oh, I used your word. Is it wisdom to be a sex addict? Is it wisdom to be a crazy coffee drinker where you got to drink 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cups of coffee a day? Is it wisdom?
Is it wisdom to have to buy 100 pair of shoes? Is it wisdom to be like in the mirror too much and always worried about how your face looks and how good you look and how trying to be a pretty boy, or all about the outward appearance?
Nah.
Come on.
Is it wisdom to be a video game addict?
Bruh.
I mean, bro, let's get all the addictions out right now. All of them. If y'all got it on your head, put it out, because social media is that wisdom? Facebook, all that. Is that wisdom? No, the hell it's not. Sorry for cursing, but it's not. Right? Is it wisdom to wow, this one just slipped my mind. Wow. Dang. It was a good one too. But
look, is it wisdom to be a whoremonger?
go in.
Is it wisdom to be a...
Oh, I got it. Is it wisdom to chase money? Because people are addicted to money.
Chasing the bag.
Is it wisdom to be working 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 jobs, chasing money when you got a family, when you got sons and daughters that you got to take care of, that you can't be around? Is that wisdom? No, it's not, right? So read that scripture from the top.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 8. A man shall be commended according to his wisdom.
So as a man, you'll be commended according to the wisdom that you have. So if you are dealing with addiction as a man, you got to see that the level of commendation that you should have, it's not there, right? The scripture is also telling you that you're a man. You make this transition from a boy to a kid to a male to a man. But if you don't have no wisdom, what's happening is you're not making that transition from a male to a man. You're just a male. And you haven't made that transition, and the difference is this: you become like a beast because you don't have no wisdom you don't have the wisdom needed to overcome whatever it is that you're dealing with, right? Give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6 verse 17. So as a man is going to be commended according to his wisdom. And we've established that if you're a man and you're addicted to drugs, you're addicted to liquor, you're addicted to sex, you're addicted to working and getting that money, if you're addicted to being a brute beast, if you're addicted to being a workout-aholic, all about your body, all about your muscles, a gym rat, same thing for a woman. If you're addicted to gambling, if you're addicted to coffee, to gambling, to
sex.
You said sex.
Okay.
You're a grown man addicted to video games. You're addicted to movies, Netflix, and chill. You're addicted to being lazy. You're addicted to being in your feelings all the time. You're addicted to always being negative. You're addicted to, it just goes in.
Yes. I was thinking about, like, just before class started, I was thinking about there's people who are addicted to drama. Like, really addicted to drama.
That's why you got Maury. That's why Maury, Jerry Springer. That's why those shows that's why Love and Hip Hop and those shows that don't have no substance can last. Why? Because you got people that's addicted to drama, man. That's a very good point.
Done.
That's a very good point. Go to that Wisdom of Solomon 6 and verse 17.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and verse 17.
Go ahead.
For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline.
So it's the desire of what?
Discipline.
So this is speaking of wisdom, right? So Proverbs 12 and 8 says, a man shall be commended according to his wisdom. Read Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 17 again.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 17.
Go ahead.
For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline.
So if you're a man, but you don't have no wisdom, and wisdom is what makes you a man, the way you use wisdom is what makes you a man. That's what differentiates between a male and a female transitioning to a man and a woman. It's wisdom. Wisdom is what makes you a man and a woman. So the scripture, Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 17, is saying the very true beginning of her, that her is wisdom, is the desire of discipline. So why is it that a lot of brothers and sisters don't have any wisdom? There's no discipline. There is absolutely no discipline. So what is discipline? Can somebody give me a definition of discipline, please? Anybody. Now, I'm not talking about the butt whipping discipline. That is a discipline.
No matter if it's good or evil, that you stay focused on and you stay working on it. That's discipline.
You're absolutely right, because you could be very disciplined at being wicked.
That's true.
You're absolutely, just like you could be very disciplined at being good.
Con.
You're absolutely right, and that's the thing about this class that we're going into, which is addiction. You can be addicted to good things, or you can be addicted to bad things.
Right.
You could be disciplined in good things, or you could be disciplined in bad things. You know what's funny? People will be like, you don't have no discipline. A lot of people do have discipline. The majority of people got discipline. It's just, what do you choose to put your discipline in? Do you choose to put your discipline in the things that's going to benefit you, or are you going to put your discipline in the things that don't benefit you? It's very easy to be disciplined in the things that don't benefit you.
Right.
It's easy. It's easy to be disciplined
Video games.
in video games,
Right.
moving your thumbs and your fingers. It's very disciplined to be good at sleeping. I mean, it's very easy to be disciplined at sleeping. It's very easy to be disciplined at being liars and lying. A lot of people are addicted to lying.
That's it.
So it's a lot, man. So who has that definition of discipline?
Discipline, the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience.
All right.
A branch of knowledge, typically one studied in higher education.
Any other definitions on discipline? There's one I'm looking for.
There's one that says discipline is the quality of being able to behave and work in a controlled way, which involves obeying particular rules or standards.
Read that part again.
Discipline is the quality of being able to.
And that's exactly what I wanted. Discipline is being able to obey, to follow rules, to have a standard, being able to work and control yourself. You see what I'm saying? There's like two sides of discipline. It's either you discipline yourself or you get disciplined. It's either you hold yourself under control, or the Most High, he disciplines you himself. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times as kids, we never learned how really to be disciplined. We might learn the belt, but we weren't shown how to be disciplined. And, unfortunately, our parents, they came from the Deuteronomy 28 curses too. So they didn't know how to be disciplined themselves. They just knew about the belt and the switch and the whipping us. So we never learned why it was important for us to have discipline and how to use discipline in our lives. We didn't learn it. So then when we grow up, we get in certain situations that require discipline, because being an adult, you need discipline. If you don't have that, your life is going to be in turmoil. There's not going to be any stability in your life. And then, worse, if you have kids and you're not disciplined and you have no discipline, then you have kids, then you can't teach that to your kids, because you don't have it. You don't have it to show them.
But you do teach them something.
You do.
You teach them how to be just as undisciplined as you are, or disciplined in the wrong things.
So we're good. Read that again. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 17.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and verse 17.
Go ahead.
For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline.
So if you're addicted to something, right? When you come into the truth and you're like, oh man, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't be like this. I can't be like that. If you're having a hard time overcoming it, more than likely you're having that hard time because you lack what?
Discipline.
You lack discipline. So the scripture is telling you right here how you get discipline. The scripture is telling you right here. This is the foundation. This right here is the foundation for how you overcome any and everything that you deal with. Read it from the top, because this is a beautiful scripture. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 17.
Go ahead.
For the very true beginning of her.
So the very true beginning. This is the beginning. This is the foundation. The very true the very true beginning of wisdom is what?
The desire of discipline.
Is a desire of discipline. You got to have this discipline. It has to start with that. You come into the truth, the Most High requires you to have discipline. That's how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to put off the old man and put on the new. Let me finish the scripture, and I got you. Go ahead.
And the care of discipline is love.
And if you actually got love in you, then you're gonna care about that discipline that you're working to get. If you actually got love in you, you're gonna make an effort. You're actually gonna care, and that's one of the things that we're gonna go into is that care. We lack that care for what we're going through. If we're falling from something, we lack that care to actually say, man, let me fix what I'm dealing with. Some of us, we act like we just don't care. We don't see, we'll go through things and we don't see how we're harming the people around us or how we affect the people around us. And there's no care there. There's no care to change. There's no care to and you know, so not all change is like the flip of a switch. Some change takes time, but you know, in those changes that we got to make that take time, a lot of us we don't show that real care, that real love to implement a change. We're like, it's like if you're trying to lose weight, you go to the gym 2 weeks and you don't see no results in 2 weeks. You're like, this ain't for me.
Oh no, that's like saying I'm just going on that. But people they'll hit the gym and then they do it for 2 weeks and it says, oh, it's just not working for me. Or like even on the term of addiction and people being addicted to some substance, they'll try not using it for like a week, and they're like, oh, I just can't live without it. I can't go without it. I got to go back to it. Now, when you're doing something for only a week or two, you're not even giving your brain time to build up that neural connection and strengthen that neural connection in order for it to actually be a habit. You've worked hard at making this negative attribute a habit.
Yep.
And now in your brain, it's a strong neural connection, so it's easy to do. It's like second nature. It's like muscle memory. Like for athletes, anybody that's an athlete, even as brothers here, we've been going to the gym and we able to hit these weights that we used to be able to hit, but we can still hit it. But we just can't hit it as much as we used to. But it's the muscle memory. Even when it comes to any type of addiction, you've been doing it for so long, you have a type of muscle memory to it.
Right.
Now, it's not going to just change in 2 weeks because you didn't get it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You didn't get it in a month. You got it over a period of time, and based on how long you've been addicted to whatever substance or activity it is. Think about it. You might have to put about the same amount of effort into getting off of it, but according to the scriptures, you really don't. But you do have to be consistent in it. And you have to be consistent. It's like we're in chapter 6, right? Watch verse 20.
Yep.
Verse 20.
Oh no. Verse 19.
Verse 19.
Go ahead.
And incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High.
No. Are you at 6?
6.
Ecclesiastes 6 and 19.
Oh,
Come.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 6 and 19. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth,
Go ahead.
and wait for her good fruits.
Read.
For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her.
Thou shalt not what?
Toil much in laboring about her.
But you gotta be consistent in it. You gotta be consistent in it. You gotta be consistent in doing the positive things. You gotta be consistent in holding on to the positive attributes and staying off of those things that you were addicted to. But as the scripture's saying, it's not going to take long if you stay consistent in it. Not double dutching, being double minded in it, but if you stay consistent into it. Read on.
But thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon.
You'll reap the benefits. It's like those people that stop smoking. It's like, dang man, I ain't been smoking in like 4-5 months, man. I can't even stand the smell of a cigarette. Man, I can't even believe I used to do that. Man, it's a disgusting habit. It's like, dang, you saying all the stuff I wanted to say to you. And then they just go in on themselves. And it's like, yeah, I was trying to tell you, but you you always said you had to have a cigarette after you ate your meal because it helped digest your food. Yeah, you said you had to have a cigarette because it helped you keep the weight off. You said you had to have a cigarette because it eases the stress. It makes you more relaxed. You know, but now you're noticing that all those things can be achieved without the cigarette, and how you achieve it so much easier, and it's a healthier way without the cigarettes. So, you know, that's just one example, but like the scripture's saying, you don't have to work hard, but you do have to be consistent in what you do.
Right.
What's up, brother?
What people don't understand is that Esau got it down perfectly, because the reason why you go to work for so many hours out of the day, because they keep you consistent in doing what you're doing, you become perfect at it. So that's what they do. That's why they create the jobs that they create. In order to make money first, but off our laboring, but you have to understand why it's done that way.
Yeah, the mental game that's being played.
Right.
Even in this, if you don't understand the consistency in what's going to help you become a better person, a better man, a better woman, in laying off of these addictions, these negative addictions. I'm not talking about like how it says in the scriptures being addicted to the ministry, because that's what we are. We're addicted to the ministry. We do this every single day. Y'all don't see us on camera every single day, but we doing this every single day.
That's right.
So, but read verse 20, and this is the person that say, "Hey, I tried it, but it just didn't work for me." You weren't consistent in it. Read.
Verse 20. She is very unpleasant to the unlearned.
Man, I can't deal with this. Man, why I gotta keep doing this? Oh, why I always gotta be around a brother that's gonna check my spirit if I decide I want to dip off and drink some alcohol, or if I want to dip off and go whoremongering again, or if I want to dip off and have a cigarette. Why I always gotta be around brothers, man? Why I always? It's like y'all just trying to keep me busy, just to keep me from doing the things that I want to do. I mean,